It's not your responsibility to police people's emotions. What people think, if they're going to be offended by the things you say, the way you think, how you carry yourself. It's not your responsibility. Over the course of many years in the fitness industry, in my other things that I'm doing, people that are offended, people that never want to step outside of the box or see things from a different angle, will always choose to misunderstand you. They'll always try to gaslight you from the sense of not listening to them, not answering their question, things of that nature. But the thing is, you're not a politician. You didn't answer it the way they want it. You didn't say it how they wanted it exactly. And these kind of individuals, let God help them, because you are not here to police people's emotions. At the end of the day, we attract people and we repel some people, and that's fine. You cannot appease to everybody, which means that being yourself is the best thing you can do. Why is being yourself a topic here? Because people that police other people's emotions have to change character. They have to adjust to what people want, what people like, things of that nature. Stop doing it. It's exhausting. It's going to run you wild to the point you don't have any identity. So what's the point of doing that? You don't have to police people's emotions. If someone's offended, let them be offended. They're going through trauma, and they didn't heal from the trauma. They could be still going through it, I should say, and they're trying to heal from their past traumas. But like I said, you are not in charge of their emotions. You're not responsible for it. If you say something from the dictionary, if they choose to be offended about that, let them go to the person that created the dictionary. Words have certain meanings, and people try to say they don't like certain phrases, they don't like certain ways things are said, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. This generation is so bad when it comes to this. You can't do, you can't say, you can't be any type of way without people whining and crying and complaining, and it's endless. To be truly happy and at peace, you can't police people's emotions. You can't do it. And the more you become in leadership roles and positions of more responsibility, you have to take into consideration what is the intent of the whole thing, what is the mission, what is the task, and focus on that. If you focus on pleasing everybody, you will lose. You will lose. It's a losing battle. In a relationship, it's gonna be a thing of two, or it's not gonna be a thing. Stop putting yourself in positions that you are trying to make someone else happy for the rest of their lives, assuming that it's not being reciprocated. If it's this reciprocation, that's a different story. Imagine being in situations you have to always be on eggshells because you're scared of what someone will say, how to feel, how to react. Stop enslaving yourself. Stop enslaving yourself. Care less. Care about what you think. Of course, have a code of conduct. Have morals. Don't be a scumbag. I'm not trying to say that, but there's only so much you can do when it comes to people's emotions. If you know you articulated things in a professional manner, you did things how you're supposed to, you didn't directly insult anybody, you didn't directly disrespect people, then you have nothing to worry about. But if people want to take your word and twist it to make it sound like it's worse than what it is, that person has mental issues. Mental traumatic issues that need to handle through a therapist. Not you. You are not their therapist. All these people that are going through things, don't they know that you go through things as well? Why should you have to be the person policing how everybody feels? You put your needs, wants aside for people to say they like you, for people to say, oh, you're so friendly, you're so all of this. Why? Why you do that to yourself? If you can help, you can help. If you can't, you can't. But people's emotions are their own individual responsibilities. It's crazy how grown adults behave like children, and I believe children nowadays are better anyway, because at least if a child does something wrong and you tell them, they're more willing to listen. As an adult, you're set in your ways, so everything you do, you don't want anybody to give you any kind of critique or feedback. And it's so bad, it's even in the professional realm. Stop policing people's emotions. Think about the task, the mission, and the whole intent. Because at the end of the day, you will run yourself crazy trying to appease everybody. It's not possible. Not possible. It's not that having more recognition, having more opportunities changes you as a person. You just start to see what people are truly like. You start to see people becoming strange, weird, aloof, all these things in the book. And you think to yourself, you have to fix everything about you. You have to readjust and try to say it this way so they're less. No, none of that. None of that. If you're not breaking the law, if you have a code of conduct, if you have morals, if you're not disrespectful, if you're saying things based on facts, not opinions, because opinions and facts are different. If you're saying something that has no evidence or anything to basically trail through paper, like from an article, from resources like websites and stuff like that, then it's an opinion. And even your own experiences is also something that can act as evidence. But if it's not evidence based, then it's an opinion. But if it's facts, and if you're respectful, you have your code of conduct, you have your morals, there's nothing you can do about how people feel about what you say and how you say it. I will say it depends how I say it as well, sure, but like I said in the beginning of the video, offended people will always choose to misunderstand you. So don't try to get them to understand you. Stick to your points, stick to what you need to do, don't waver, but stop policing people's emotions. Because you have to get your point across, you have goals, dreams, aspirations, you have considerations, and it's time for you to stop putting it aside to please people. That's my whole point of this video. Let me know your thoughts below. Do you know individuals that fit in this category, that seem to be offended by everything that you say? Whether if it's people that are close to you, people in your workplace, people you know, let me know in the comment section. Other than that, may God bless you, and I'll see you next video.